Hi everyone. Just need to do some quick surprise stream. I decided, why not? So, just gonna do some stuff real quick. It's probably best if we just get into it, you know? If you're wondering why I have two saves, it's because well, one second, let me just... Yeah, here we go. It's because, my internet blipped last time, and Meekins kinda crashed the game, hence the title. So, yeah. Let's just get into it. And you waited until now to tell us this? For context, he just said that, everyone was... I actually forget. It was probably something about the evidence room. I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Guess we're going to the Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright! Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk! It's Police Chief Gant! Hi, Gant! And you're sure this is all, hmm? You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under a seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir! We'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Haha! Righto, my boy! How you been? Swim much? I do not get his swimming motif. It's... Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? I don't know. Let's talk about Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? You know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, I've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. I mean, the incident on Court Lake. It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, righto? Yep. Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court he fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? That's not good. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their own... They're getting detective... Why are you so hard to voice, Gant? You know, and I dropped a hair tie. Wait, there we go. Hopefully that wasn't too noisy for you guys. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Oh, no, Righto, I can't just give all our secrets away just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive. And I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. Took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. Didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. 21. Better make a note of that just in case. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. But first, let me examine this. Scribbles out the 9. That's great. Can I present anything? I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Sorry, Righto. Through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one. The guy who can't sit still? Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. Hey, Gummy. Hey, wait. No, not Gummy. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. But then again... I've already examined everything here, it's fine. I don't know where to go next. Examined everything here. Or have I? Yeah, it seems everything's in order. Oh, here we go. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor? Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. His blinking animation is so slow! No, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50, I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to showing. You never know unless you ask. Never know until you ask. I suppose. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is the detective's ID card, isn't it? It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Haha. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. Wow, Emma. Impressive. Sure you'll get one when you're done. You know, figuring stuff out. One second, I'm just... You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. So many sirs. It's amazing. There we go. Hopefully it's good now. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Okay, now we can go. I'm assuming we need to examine this again? Yeah, the evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Shut the fuck up. Hi, Marshall. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my salute. We're here to investigate the crime scene? Yeehaw. That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Well, yeah, 'cause we're not... Oh, hi, everyone. Yeehaw! Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. Y'all are just in time for the evidence room. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions? Sorry, cowboy, but I got no time to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then. Well, yeah, I guess. Guess that's what it means. Maybe. I suppose. Did I say that? second. A little bit of technical difficulties. I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us, homebrace. I can't decide whether I want, whether I want Phoenix to not know how to pronounce Spanish stuff, or what. You know? Look, I promise this will be the last time I take this long a pause. Let's go. Evidence room time. I see a fishing pole, a metal detector, a car door with handcuffs on it, a target, lots of lockers. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Hi, Gummy. Whoa. Oof. Gumshoe. What happened? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Aw, Gumshoe. Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today. Boss for a day. Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief. So now you're boss for a day. Oh, that's fun, I guess. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans added to the court record. This is a lot. Okay. What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time. True art has always been a war against oppression. But your art is propaganda for the oppressors. Gumshoe, the sentiment is there, but I don't think the execution is quite right. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here? The evidence room? No one comes back here anyway, so... This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey, pal. Our security is high-tech around here. Glove on the crime scene. Someone left the glove here, but only one. SL911! Wait a second. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Extremely thin rubber glove. I will examine the open one last. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Heh. Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. And certainly not for a little 8-year-old who, we won't meet until next game. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, I forgot about this! I will put this down. There we go. There we go. I'm not gonna try to brute force it anymore, I don't think. I can see it coming together now. Yeah! It's getting there. It's sure getting there. Alright, and then the last piece. There we go. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added to the court record. What's this? Blood! He sounds too excited. It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Examine court record. Luminol. Hey, hey! Would you look at that? That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Maybe here? Of course, there's some over here. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint. What? Notice how they said right. What's the matter, Detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me. They couldn't take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Honestly. Is there no blood on the blue badger? Oh hey, would you look at that? It's a left handprint. No, it's over here. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 books from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? I don't have any. They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. And I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Wait, so it's fingerprint locked, huh? This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Beep. So the only locker we can open is our own. Oh, there's a Maggie photo in there. That's cute as hell. What? funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? Handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoky every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Good to know. Anyway, what's Edgeworth doing? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. Aw. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess-up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. Thought you were gonna say DL6, and I was gonna be like, no, that was last case. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case? Maybe. Here we go. Look, this one's open! And the red indicator light above the door is lit! That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. I'm probably just gonna go. I was wondering if we could talk to you? Sorry, Bambina. But I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Shut up. Like a gunslinger loading a 6-shooter, I say a little prayer. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. I was wondering if we could talk to you? Sorry, Bambina. Oh. Wait a second. I think I know what I need to present. Yeah! That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, he's from SoCal. No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this for my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Was I supposed to give it to Gumshoe? Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask her for anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Yeah! Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins of the detention center told us. Poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. I was about to say post for some reason. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Got Not like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? I mean, that stewed broccoli is kinda good. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambino, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with mistakes. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard, and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus, the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Oh, great, it's this. So this is the ID card record. So Goodman did go in at 5:14. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? Then what's the one below it? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. Okay, but who is 777? Or, I mean, 7 cubed, squared. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. 7 times 7. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room? But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! I lost my Meekins voice, dang it. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago? It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. It's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books. But it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambino. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals, too. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. That happened to us online 2 days ago. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What the hell? What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what? We were gonna go see him anyway. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? I was planning on going to talk to him anyway. Hey, Edgeworth? Ah, he's not here. Dang it. She doesn't have one anymore, so... Detention Center. Present card. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe we should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir? He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. Alright. Maybe I should present it to Star. Could you take a look at this? No. Wait, no, it's not. So this is the police mascot, is it? The Blue Badger. The future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Ah, well, the Dancing Blue Badger, TM, is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside then, you'll give her nightmares. That's amazing. What about... These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. I wonder why. Look, the patrolman is saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. Answer me. How many fingers do you see? I'm sorry. I don't know. Well, that's 20 for the left, but nowhere near that for the right. Get glasses, officer. That wasn't a salute. It was an eye test. They make a good pair. Do I want to examine... No. I don't know what to do now. It's here. I don't know what to do here. A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk! Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so high I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Where the hell is... I don't know what to do next. 1 second. A2 investigation. 1 second. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. This is kind of silly. But I should go talk to Gumshoe, apparently. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Will they? No, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Hi. I don't know what to present. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. What am I doing? Look at the lockers again. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. Oof, stop! I'm going to talk behind someone's back. Don't do it right in front of them, pal. Right. What's this? Blood. Did I miss a bloodstain or something? Certain I didn't miss anything. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal. That's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gord Lake, remember? Alright. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You can't judge a person or machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Think. Whoa, yeah, it's Edgeworth's. What am I missing here? This is my crowning achievement, my masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the awards ceremony. There were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony, so they took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. No, Blue Badger. That sucks. Shameful. I toiled night and day. I sympathize with Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Found Mr. Edgeworth's car, style Mr. Edgeworth's knives. What would prosecutors gotta do something like that? Wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Or something. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award. Yeah, we read all this before. Apparently he's forgotten. What's up with all this? Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. No clue what to do here. Representing the, no? Got everything, I think. Did I forget to do something? Might as well try this. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West here. Aha! That and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. seriously. Transferal. No, seriously, I'm lost. Did I soft lock myself? One second. Oh, okay. One second. Detective Goodman's note. That switchblade note. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection. That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know. 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Maybe. Cannot believe I forgot to show him something like that. Alright, so what the hell is the SL9 incident? Now that was a violent, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder. A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake. And Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. He? Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. Victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. Oh, would you look at that? They sure added a bunch of Justice for All related stuff in this case. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Thank goodness I can move forward with my life now. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. I wasted, like, 6 minutes on this. I am so sad. One second. Here we go. Hey, Edgeworth. I've got some stuff to ask you. Oh. Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window. A teacup in his hand. Oh, that image is so fucking cute, actually. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe is looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me, somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. You good? So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. I should show you some S-Online related stuff. Oh no, wait, I should show you this. Oh, right, I'd better check this now. As I was saying, what's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gent, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence. Screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. But... Wait, let me check this. AI-16. The tag says AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? It is simply a screwdriver. Right. Please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright! Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. I know you. Wait, no. It all has to do with that case you were on. The S-Online incident. I thought there was gonna be I thought there was gonna be the same dialogue. Oh no! And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. That's the 6th time we've seen that image! Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The S-Online incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation of this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Ghent. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course! Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Thank you! Thank you, Edgeworth! Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints! It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Wink, wink. Thank you, Edgeworth. I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks! How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Well, he was also kicked off the investigation. Thank you! Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. I'm going to present something else to him real quick. Right, please. Dang it. I was really hoping. One second. What's the point? Oh. Fingerprint time. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Yeah! Right. Let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. I mean, I assume I'm supposed to do this one first. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With X. See? Looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow it away. Just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With Q. Exciting, I know. I really wish I was playing the DS version so I could blow into the mic. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to, though. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. Fingerprint! Rah! Yeah, woo! Woo! Aha! You did it! You found one! But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Aha! It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Hee-hew. Boom. And then dust liberally. It won't go up your nose or anything, she says. This is pretty big. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. You guess? Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. What? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So, whose fingerprints will we most likely find on this evidence locker? Most likely... Gumshoe. Yeah. He's 30 here? Yeah! There, Gumshoes. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint here. Okay. Wanna try using this? There go our eyes sparkling again. Okay. Let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me! Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Woohoo! Haha! Man, I spent like 15 minutes just wandering. Oh, would you look at that? Because I could not figure out what to do. Can't believe I didn't think to present the SL9 stuff to Gumshoe. Alright. Alright. Let's see here. Wait a second. Why was Jake in here? Why was Jake in here? Hey, these fingerprints, Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Jake Marshall? Wow. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a white blood stain. That's not good. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. And here is where I'm going to stop, because otherwise I will keep going, and I have something later tonight, so I want to prep for that. Anyway. There we go. I will see y'all next time, most likely on Tuesday.